Hey guys, it's Tammy. Welcome to my channel. I have been wanting to talk to you guys about a few things, starting out with the disappearing comments on YouTube videos. What is actually going on? Well, I like to think of myself as a little bit of a detective. Grew up watching Columbo. I constantly read Agatha Christie novels, so I like to solve mysteries. And I couldn't figure out what was happening to these comments of mine when I would put them on someone's channel, and then I would refresh by going to the newest tab in the comments and back to top and back to newest and refreshing, and my comment was not there. And I started getting my first clue when I saw some comments on my channel that clearly were out of context with my video, or they would have someone else's name in it. So I knew they were meant to go on a different video. So how did someone comment on someone else's video and it ended up on my video? Or how did my comment that I put on someone else's channel not show up? It went onto someone else's video. So I have been sort of studying this for a few months, and I have figured out one of the things that is happening. And that is when you're watching someone's video and you get a notification come through. If you click on that notification, you can still continue watching YouTube in the bottom corner. I think if you have YouTube Premium, it offers the feature where the video will keep playing while you go do other things on your iPad or phone or whatever you're on. And so I may be watching one video and I get a notification come through, and I click on the notification. It takes me to the comment section of someone else's video. I see what they replied to me or whatever, and I click like, and then I tap in the bottom corner, bring the video back up that I was previously watching. And then as I'm watching the video that I was already watching, I comment, and my comment was gone. Well, the notification that I clicked on and the secondary comment section that it took me to while the video was continuing to play in the corner is where my comment went. So I have actually checked this out a few times where I've commented on a friend's video, didn't see it appear, and then I went to the notification that I had checked in the other comment section, and there was my comment. And so the first time I noticed this, I went to that secondary comment section where I had not meant for the comment to go, but it went. And I actually went and clicked on the three dots to edit it. I copied and pasted that text so that I would be able to go and paste it onto the video that I meant for the comment to go onto. So I took that comment off the wrong video, then I went to the video that I had meant for it to go on, and I tap in the text box and I click paste, and I put the comment on the right video. Now, here's the thing. If you don't realize what video it went onto, if you don't realize where your comment went, the other person who gets this out of context comment on their video, they may think it's just a bot, you know, commenting in like a nonsensical comment on their video. So they may delete it. So you may not be able to actually find where your comment went if you don't get to it in time. I also have thought sometimes when I'm watching a video on my iPad and then I open a different video on my phone, I think it can kind of cross over too, but I have not confirmed that. But there are definitely ways that when you hit send on your comment, it sometimes does not appear where you wanted it to go. So I hope that made sense. My best tip is whenever you post a comment on someone's video, go back and forth between top and newest under the little tabs in the comment section, and make sure your comment did appear on there before you leave the video. This was happening a lot for a few months, but it has still been happening to me over the past week or so. And sometimes I forget, and I'll check a notification while I'm watching someone's video, and I'll check a notification on another video, and then I'll go back to watch the video, comment on it, and it's not there. And so I'm like, oh right. I go to where I had checked the notification, there's my comment on the wrong video, I copy it, paste it onto the new one, delete the old one, and it's taken care of. But it's a glitch with YouTube. It's very frustrating. This is an afterthought, but I also forgot to say that sometimes the reason why YouTube comments get deleted is if you include the name of a website in the comment, and YouTube has its own policies on that and not being able to include URLs or websites or whatever. And so that sometimes does happen. So I have done that before where I have commented to a friend like, oh, you can find this perfume on this website for a really good price, and that comment gets deleted automatically by YouTube. So that can sometimes happen as well. Another thing that I have noticed has happened is when you would type your comment and you would hit send, it would post, but the comment was still in the text box. And you weren't really sure, did it post? Why is it still here as if I'm just still typing it? And then sometimes in the past I've hit send again, so my comment posts twice. I heard a video one time where a girl was talking about bot comments and like these spam comments that were appearing on her channel. And the examples that she gave were the fact that a lot of comments were duplicated. And she thought that it was a bot pretending to be that same person, copying their profile picture and their name and taking their same comment and reposting it. But I believe that it was one of these situations, and it happens on other apps as well, not just on YouTube, where you have your comment in the text box, you press send, it posts, but all of your text is still in the box. And if you hit send again, it posts it twice. So I think sometimes comments that are accused of being bot comments are actually just YouTube glitches. What is also happening now, and I just heard my friend Jamie talking about this, is for those of us who create videos, we have the YouTube Studio app, and I count on that to show me all of my comments. And right now it is not showing all of the comments. And even when I go onto YouTube itself and go, to the notifications there, sometimes all of the comments still aren't showing up. And I'm sort of like Jamie. I like to respond to all the comments. I don't want anyone to feel left out. And there's also been glitches where if you heart a comment, then it doesn't really take. So it doesn't look like I gave you a heart. So sometimes I actually click on my old videos, rewatch them, check the comments, see any comments that I missed, and heart anything that I didn't heart. But the main issue that I wanted to address was about the disappearing comments, because sometimes I think, what if my friend posted a comment on my video and then they go back and don't see it there? They might think I deleted it. I don't delete comments. If someone is, putting comments on there that I don't like, I block them. And honestly, besides there was one guy that wrote a really mean comment one time, and I blocked him, which automatically deletes all his comments, which was just that one comment. But his comment was so nasty, not just to me, but to an entire group of people. And it was very offensive and the kind of comment that I have no place for on my channel. And then there was a guy, I think he thought he was falling in love with me one time. Every single comment, he was more enamored of me and talked about, anyway, I was like, I need to get rid of this guy because it was really creeping me out. Other than that, there's just one girl that I have blocked from my channel, and other creators have actually blocked her from their channel as well. But if you see someone being very condescending to you, it's okay to block them. I need to have complete peace and harmony in my life, and I don't have room for someone being nasty and shaming me and looking down on me. I don't have time for that. I am a bereaved mom, and so I have to keep everything completely peaceful. We don't need those kind of comments, you guys. Just block them. And they can still watch your videos and they can still comment, and to them it looks like their comment posted, but nobody can see it, because once you block someone, all of the comments they've ever posted are invisible to everyone except for them. So I kind of like that. And back to the bot comments, and the girl that I saw post about bot comments, and she thought they were a problem. Like I said, one of the reasons was because she was seeing all these duplicate comments, which I feel is just a YouTube glitch. Her other reason was she had a lot of comments saying, "You're so gorgeous, you're so pretty, you're so beautiful," but she's one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen in my life. So I think those were genuine comments. So I don't think we have trouble with, bots. One type of bot comment that I do see on some videos, but they're usually manifestation videos, are these comments that says, "Oh, I never understood manifestation and the law of attraction until I read this book." They're almost like little ads that people put on as a comment. So those, I do kind of see those as bot comments. But other than that, I think most people on YouTube are so nice and so friendly. So it's not a problem, but I just didn't want people to think I was deleting their comments. They're disappearing because of YouTube. Another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was 6 months ago yesterday, I had an email from Jomashop, and they wanted me to be an affiliate. And I was shocked. In fact, 6 months ago yesterday, October 1st, was April 1st. So I thought it was an April Fool's joke. I was like, who's sending me this emails pretending to be Jomashop that they want me to be an affiliate partner with them? I really thought it was a joke, but it wasn't. They actually did want me to be an affiliate. So I felt really torn, because I know some of my friends really don't like affiliate links, and some of my friends are great with it. I'm one of the ones who are totally great with it. I have no problem with affiliate links. I've been very vocal and very clear about that. Like I see no problem with it. But I thought it over, and I was really tossed up, because I thought, friends of mine that don't like the idea of being an affiliate and they think there's something wrong with it, if I do it, it might offend them. And on the other hand, friends of mine who have no problem with the affiliate program, it's not going to bother them one way or the other. So I thought I would be on the safe side and not bother with it, but that wasn't really my entire reasoning. Don't just take it that I'm just like bowing to what people want. the main reason that I didn't become an affiliate with them is because I don't shop from them. You know, they are in the US. I think they do ship to Canada, but I think it's like the shipping is higher, and it's just not as easy for me to shop from them. By the time I do the conversion, the prices are not better, even on sales, compared to Fragrance Buy here in Canada. Like they're not even as good. The prices, even on their best sales, the prices aren't as good for me, so I don't shop from them. So I thought maybe it would be a little bit weird if I was an affiliate with them and don't shop from them. So that was actually the main reason why I didn't do it. And anyone who is an affiliate, has a discount code, or gets a commission, I absolutely 100% support it and encourage it. I think it's actually wonderful. And maybe someday a company that I love and that I really use a lot will contact me, and I'll be like, yeah, yes. And the day, so I just got an email yesterday because CJ Affiliates is sort of the parent company that Jomashop works through. I don't even understand how it works, but I had applied with CJ Affiliates so that, because I started the process when Jomashop first contacted me. I started the process, and it took me an entire day to fill out everything and to get everything set up. Like it took me all day. And part of it was because trying to figure out how to get the money into a Canadian account and everything, it was very complicated. It took me forever. And I just got the email yesterday. It's like, you have made no earnings or commissions and we're going to shut down your account. And I was like, oh, that's fine. But man, it took a lot of work to get signed up. Anyway, it's all good. I just think that in this case, the benefits weren't worth my worries over it, especially where I didn't really shop from them. So as of right now, the only money I make is through the YouTube partner program, where I actually get money for the views on my videos. And I always put all of the money that I make right back into my channel. It's not much, but if I do meet the $100 minimum required amount for to get a payout that month, some months I don't make the $100 minimum. But when I do, I would probably take the $100 and I would buy samples. A sample order for me typically ends up being $100, especially if I'm buying from an American site, because with the conversion, it adds up faster than you would think. So in July, I did not meet the $100 minimum, but I was close. So then in August, I did meet the $100 minimum. Well, I met it by the first few days of August. So I got like $200 for July and August combined. And so I thought, I've been wanting to buy lights for my channel. They're right here. I'm using them now. So I put that money into buying softbox lights just because all I've ever had is this little ring light. So it's kind of fun even just making that small amount of money, and I just put it right back into the channel. Who knows what the future holds though? Maybe I'll have like 30 affiliate links by next year. You never know. The third thing that I wanted to talk about is that, like, not lately, but like I would say in the spring, I was starting to get a little bit burnt out already on YouTube. I just felt like I didn't have time to catch up on my friends' videos and to do my own videos. I was really wondering how anyone had time to make YouTube videos. And I only work part-time from home, and I felt like I was sort of drowning and being consumed by YouTube. And I even thought about maybe stopping, or at least slowing way down. But at the time, I had made a resolution that I wanted to become a more well-rounded person. YouTube sort of became my entire life and my entire personality. And I decided I'm going to start becoming a more well-rounded person. And I am going to take time to read a book. I'm going to take time to play the guitar, because my sister and I have been performing music lately. I wanted to work on learning Spanish. I wanted to go for some walks and do some exercise. I wanted to organize my house and clean and deep clean. I just felt like YouTube had taken over my whole life, and I just felt like I just need to expand. And I did take that to heart, and I did start reading again, and I did start, I started doing a little bit of organizing. I practiced the guitar a lot, but I somehow had just as much time for YouTube videos. And so you probably never even noticed my YouTube videos didn't really slack off. Every once in a while, I'll go 2 weeks between a video, but I try to do one at least, I try to do one every week. And I don't really know why, once I made that decision to become more well-rounded and not let YouTube rule my entire life, that I actually was able to find time for everything. It's almost like those things gave me more energy because I was expressing my personality in more ways than just one. And so it just sort of like, it opened, I don't know, energy channels or something. It did something that allowed me to sort of, I don't know, bring back that passion for my channel and my passion for perfume. Also my desire for that connection with y'all, because reading your comments and spending time with you guys on my videos is what is the best thing about this entire endeavor. So those are just some of the things that have been on my mind lately. I just wanted to chat with you guys and connect with you and like talk to you about what I've been thinking about lately. So I really appreciate you taking your time and spending it with me. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.